From encounters with strange, unknown faces in the attic, to unsettling Bigfoot sightings,
Whoa. What is that?
and even footage of a rake stalking you from outside your house.
What it is, but it's been making noise for the last couple of hours.
If you're intrigued by the world of the unexplained, you're in for an extraordinary adventure as we explore each mysterious capture. If you are a hiker, one of the worst things you can experience is encountering a bear in your path, right? Well, there's something far worse than that, as shown in this spine-chilling video. Creepy, right? This footage comes from a hiker exploring the dense, mysterious Canadian woods. As he documents his adventure, he spots a dark figure lurking behind a tree in the distance. At first, it appears to be a bear, but as the hiker zooms in, it becomes clear that this is something far more unusual. The figure has a distinctly humanoid shape, with its head and shoulders emerging from behind the tree. What's even more astonishing is its height. Comparing it to the tree, it's easily 7 to 8 feet tall. This creature perfectly matches the legendary description of Bigfoot. But the real question is, why is it stalking the hiker? Could this be a rare encounter with the elusive Sasquatch? Or is there something more sinister at play in these shadowy woods? If you're traveling through a forest road in a truck, you'd probably think you're safe, right? Watch this video and think again.
Caught on camera, a brown bear versus a truck. This is video out of Japan. The truck driving down an unpaved road when suddenly the bear runs in the path and takes several swipes at it.
This intense footage, captured by a dash camera on a truck traveling through a Japanese forest, showcases a truly hair-raising encounter. The video begins with the truck cruising along an eerily empty forest road. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a bear comes charging towards the truck, seemingly agitated or perceiving the vehicle as a threat. The brown bear barrels directly at the truck with astonishing force, causing the windshield wiper to snap off dramatically. The collision is so fierce that the driver instinctively speeds up, trying to escape the relentless attack. Thankfully, despite the bear's ferocious onslaught, no one was injured. This clip vividly demonstrates the raw power of these wild creatures and serves as a stark reminder of why they are called wild in the first place. Spending time outdoors with friends can be carefree and relaxing, but what happens when a carefree day takes a chilling turn?
What was that? I don't know what that was. Just keep playing. Alright, there's something out there. Whoa. What is that?
This eerie video was recorded by a group of friends playing hooky in their neighborhood. Everything was calm, and the game was going great when suddenly, a loud scream echoed from the forest. This scream was deep and growly. Almost human, but with a menacing edge, like someone on some pretty harsh drugs. Startled, the boys paused but decided to keep playing, assuming it was just an animal. Moments later, they heard rustling in the forest. When they panned the camera towards the woods, they spotted a tall, humanoid figure strolling through the trees. This figure was covered in thick black fur and walked with an eerily human-like posture. Seeing this, the group was scared and bewildered. Let's face it, mama bears get a bad rap for protectiveness. But have you ever seen a mama moose in action? Yikes. This video had me glued to my screen. It's from Canada, and let me tell you, this cyclist got a real close encounter with nature's fury. A mama moose feeling threatened by his presence. The cyclist is just cruising along the path, minding his own business, when this massive moose on the side of the road decides he's a danger to her calves. Talk about a sudden adrenaline rush. The moose charges at him full speed, and the cyclist, understandably terrified, bails off his bike and dives for the side. Thankfully, the moose skids to a halt when the cyclist goes down. Just to be safe, a rescue car pulls up and parks between them. But Mama Moose is still fuming. This was a seriously close call. Dropping down might have just saved that cyclist's bacon. Or should I say, antlers. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Do you believe in paranormal possessions? Personally, I'm a bit skeptical about those, but videos like this still circulate on the internet and make you wonder. That girl was bugging out. This video comes from South America and shows a lady acting really strange. In the video, recorded at a cemetery, we see a group of men helping a lady down from a tree. The weird thing is that she seems frozen in time. Her body is completely stiff, and as they bring her down, she suddenly realizes she's frozen. As soon as she becomes aware, she jumps up into the air, and her body stiffens again. This happens multiple times until the men with her tie her with a strap, and then the video ends. What was this lady on? To me, it looks more like some seriously strong drugs. There are these crazy things out there that can mess with your mind and body, turning you into a real-life zombie. Who knows for sure? One thing's for certain, that video is seriously unsettling. Nature throws some real curveballs our way sometimes. Just when you think you've seen it all, something like this pops up that defies explanation. This isn't some special effect from a science fiction movie. It's a real animal, recently discovered by fishermen. Take a close look at this bizarre critter. It's got the body of a slug, but with what appears to be a coat of spiky hairs. This strange texture might even be how it gets around, like a fuzzy little slug centipede. It's hard to tell from the video, but there doesn't seem to be a visible face or mouth. Maybe it's tucked away underneath, like some sea creatures with hidden undersides. And to top it all off, there's a plump tail at the back. The craziest part. After scouring the internet, I couldn't find anything that even remotely resembles this little oddball. If anyone out there has a clue what this mystery mollusk might be, share your knowledge in the comments below. Let's crack the code of this curious creature together. We've all done things we probably shouldn't have, right? But this next video takes stupid decisions to a whole new level.
You smell those flowers?
It smells like an old person's house.
It's freaking crazy. I don't even know. Dude, did you see that?
What the fuck?
Dude, did you see it?
I saw that. I saw that.
What was that?
Oh my god. Dude, that tissue tripped me up.
Dude, what
God. No, man. Let's get out of here. I'm tired of it. What the f, man?
Dude,
Oh my God.
nothing. Turn around. Other way, other way. Let's
right.
get the out of here. Just,
Holy
whoa,
shit.
whoa.
Whoa, what the
Did you
fuck?
see that?
What the fuck? Get the f out of here. Go! Oh my god!
In this video, a group of friends break into a haunted funeral home, and boy, do they regret it. As the video begins, The guys explain that they're entering the funeral home due to reports of paranormal activity. As they arrive, they hop out of their car and forcibly enter the building. Inside, it's dim and quiet. They cautiously explore the rooms, but as they enter one particularly eerie hall, the atmosphere becomes even more unsettling. The temperature drops. And suddenly, a tissue on a lamp table flies into the air. Startled and scared, they're on edge. Then, a chair topples over on its own, sending them into further panic. Their fear reaches its peak when they spot a mysterious figure. Terrified, they flee to the basement, only to encounter another figure peeking out from behind caskets. With that, they bolt, screaming for their lives. Who in their right mind would explore an abandoned, haunted funeral home at night like this? It's beyond comprehension. This next clip shows a grizzly bear playing catch with a cyclist. And trust me, it was a pretty scary bluff by the mighty bear.
No, no, no! Holy shit.
This video captures a heart-pounding encounter between a cyclist and a grizzly bear. The cyclist is cruising down a scenic country road, enjoying the peacefulness, when they spot a bear casually munching on something by the roadside. In a moment of misjudgment, the cyclist gets a little too close for comfort. The grizzly, startled by the sudden intrusion, explodes into a charge. Terrified, the cyclist begins to scream, but the bear is just bluffing and stops the charge midway. The cyclist realizes that it was just a bluff charge. And luckily, the bear wasn't in the mood for a full-on confrontation. It halts the charge halfway through because in such a desolate area, if the bear had decided to attack, it would have been game over for the cyclist. We've all seen ghost videos from cemeteries, abandoned buildings, but have you ever seen a ghost from the woodlands?
Where's it gone? There was something there.
The clip follows a man venturing into his wooded area after dark, with nothing but a flashlight to pierce the darkness. As he navigates the dense foliage, a weird sight catches his eye. A tall, humanoid figure shrouded entirely in white. The figure crosses the man's path with an unsettling purposefulness before disappearing back into the shadows. The video has gone viral, sparking online debates about the nature of the encounter. While some viewers are convinced it's a ghostly apparition, others offer more down-to-earth explanations. The figure's behavior could be attributed to someone wandering the woods at night, potentially even under the influence of drugs or disoriented. However, the lack of detail and the grainy footage make it impossible to definitively identify the figure. This ambiguity fuels the mystery, leaving viewers to draw their own conclusions. If you're in law enforcement, you might feel pretty secure with your skills and equipment to handle criminals. But what about bees? This video from Los Angeles depicts a brutal bee attack on a police officer. Initially unaware of the swarm, the officer is suddenly engulfed by a furious onslaught of bees. Even as the police car behind him tries to warn him via loudspeaker, it's already too late. The officer, stung multiple times on the head, desperately tries to seek refuge in the police car. But the driver rightly fears getting caught in the attack. Left to fend for himself, the officer runs from the relentless bees, ultimately falling face first to the ground multiple times in his desperate bid to escape. It's a heart-wrenching and truly frightening sight to witness this veteran officer endure such agony After what must have felt like an eternity, rescue finally arrives to assist the beleaguered officer. This harrowing encounter serves as a stark reminder of the ferocity of bee attacks. When faced with such a threat, the only refuge is to seek shelter in enclosed spaces. They say Baphomet, also known as Satan, is just a myth, a figment of our darkest imaginations. But what if? A man was driving home after a long day at work, passing by a desolate forest road he knew well. One fateful day, as he navigated the lonely route, his dash camera captured something utterly bizarre. In the footage, a weird creature crosses the road, initially appearing quite humanoid. As the car inches closer, the camera captures the creature sitting down, revealing its distinct facial features. Resembling none other than Baphomet, with two long horns and a humanoid body, it's an uncanny resemblance to the iconic figure of Satan himself. Those who witnessed the video couldn't help but agree. However, the footage was somewhat blurry, leaving room for interpretation. Nevertheless, the figure bore an undeniable likeness to the infernal deity. But why would Satan be strolling along a forest road on foot? Perhaps he simply needed a ride. After all, even the Lord of Darkness might occasionally find himself in need of assistance. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. This next chilling video from 2020 shows a homeowner gripped by terror as he spots something lurking outside his window.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Keep poking his head out back and forth though. What the fuck?
Recorded by the homeowner when he heard eerie scratching noises emanating from outside his bedroom window. This footage captures a truly spine-tingling moment. Peering through the glass, the homeowner explains his shock at witnessing a mysterious creature pacing back and forth among the trees. As he narrates, the creature suddenly reappears, its eyes glowing fiercely in the darkness, accompanied by unsettling growls that send shivers down the spine. Staring directly at the window with a haunting intensity, the creature's eyes reveal an emptiness that chills to the bone. Adding to the horror is the realization that the eyes are positioned at a considerable height, suggesting a massive presence looming in the shadows. While the homeowner identifies the creature as a rake, the video only captures its glowing eyes, leaving the true identity shrouded in uncertainty. We've all heard the stereotype. Animals are mindless beasts, incapable of taking instruction. But a video straight out of the Philippines is here to shatter that myth into a million horsey hoofprints. Forget valet parking for your car. This video showcases a horse flawlessly following its owner's instructions for the perfect parking job. In the footage, we witness a horse tethered to a cart loaded with various items. Meanwhile, the cart owner stands by the truck, ready to load the cargo. As the horse approaches the truck, it initially veers off course in its attempt to park the cart near the loading point. However, the owner calmly instructs the horse, calling out to it to correct its position. Surprisingly, the horse attentively listens and makes another attempt, this time flawlessly positioning the cart right in front of the loading point of the truck. This is a masterclass in understanding between humans and animals. You can practically feel the owner's pride in their incredibly helpful companion. After seeing this video, let's just say my urge to own a horse as awesome as this one is reaching epic proportions. You ever stare at those fancy glass enclosures at the zoo and wonder if they're really strong enough for the animals? Well, this next clip will definitely make you think twice.
Oh man!
Yes, you saw that correctly. There was indeed a crack in the glass. This footage comes from a zoo where tourists were observing a couple of gorillas in their glass enclosure. The only thing separating the tourists from the gorillas was a pane of glass. As visitors snapped pictures, one of the gorillas grew irritated and charged towards the glass barrier. Now, you might think, no big deal, it'll stop before hitting the glass. Right? Wrong. This enraged gorilla didn't just stop. It launched itself straight into the glass with incredible force, causing it to crack under the pressure. Witnessing the glass fracture like that, the terrified tourists wasted no time in fleeing the scene, and the video abruptly ends. It's truly spine-chilling to see the glass crack under the immense power of the gorilla. Just imagine if both gorillas had attempted this simultaneously. The glass could have easily shattered, leaving the tourists at the mercy of gorilla madness. In 2014, a YouTuber named Magnus embarked on an exploration of an abandoned house in Norway, uncovering something truly unsettling in the attic. In the video, we witness the explorer navigating the dark corridors of the abandoned house, armed only with a flashlight and his camera. As he ventures deeper, his lens captures the eerie presence of an attic. With cautious steps, he ascends the creaky attic stairs, the darkness enveloping him as he climbs higher. Upon reaching the attic, he swiftly pans the camera around, revealing a glimpse of something that sends a chill down his spine. With a scream of terror, he flees, and the video abruptly ends. Upon closer inspection of the footage, we catch sight of a humanoid face with long hair and a beard, its features twisted into an expression of malevolence. Despite its humanoid appearance, there's an unmistakable air of evil and ghostly aura emanating from the face, particularly in its soulless, piercing gaze directed straight at the camera. It's a chilling reminder of the dangers lurking in forgotten places. Perhaps disturbing whatever slept in that attic was indeed a grave mistake on the explorer's part. If you're out for a nighttime stroll and hear what sounds like a distressed dog barking from the woods, don't let curiosity get the better of you. I repeat, don't investigate. Once again, what you just heard wasn't a dog. This unsettling video hails from North Carolina, where a brave, or perhaps we should say foolish, individual ventured into the woods to trace a bizarre sound resembling a distressed canine. Following the eerie noise, he soon sensed something amiss, a feeling akin to being watched by unseen eyes. Suddenly, the unsettling sounds took on a more sinister and chilling tone, sending shivers down his spine. Overwhelmed by a sense of dread, the man wisely chose to flee the scene. The unnerving nature of the sound, coupled with the eerie atmosphere, proved too much to bear. As speculation mounts among viewers, some suggest the possibility of a skinwalker, a malevolent entity from folklore known to assume the guise of animals to lure unsuspecting prey. It's theorized that this particular skinwalker, masquerading as a dog, made a slight misstep in mimicking its voice. Looks like someone needs more practice at shape-shifting, Mr. Skinwalker. Nature is a sneaky trickster, isn't it? It gives all sorts of creatures amazing disguises to hide from hungry predators. But sometimes nature just goes way overboard with the costume.
Daddy, where's it small? Daddy, where's the small dinosaur?
No. See, it's moving, it will move.
Have you ever seen anything quite like this? This video, taken by a curious father and son duo, captures a seriously strange critter ambling across a path. At first glance, it looks like some kind of bizarre miniature dinosaur with bony bits. But take a closer look. Those aren't bones. They're actually dried leaves clinging to its body, even on its arms. And the way it walks, with those leafy arms held up front. It's almost comical, but strangely fascinating at the same time. So what is this otherworldly creature? Believe it or not, it's actually a well-known insect called the dead leaf praying mantis. Those folded arms you see, they're not praying, although the name suggests it. They're actually perfectly positioned for snatching unsuspecting prey. And that leaf-like body, that's pure camouflage genius, allowing the mantis to blend seamlessly into its surrounding. It's a master of disguise, and pretty darn cool to see in action. Chimpanzees are wild and funny, but have you ever seen them erupt into a full-on tap dance battle with themselves? This incredible video comes straight from Africa, and it captures something truly bizarre: how chimps react to their own reflections caught on a trail camera. From the very beginning, it's clear these chimps aren't happy campers. They launch into a series of what can only be described as intimidation dances, directed right at their reflections. It's like they've stumbled upon a rival in their own territory and are determined to prove their dominance. The chimps use their whole bodies in this bizarre display. They jump up and down, pounding the ground with their fists in a rhythmic thump that says, "Hey, reflection chimp, mess with me if you dare." Throughout the 2-minute clip, we see a whole cast of characters join the show, each with their own unique intimidation routine. One particularly feisty chimp even grabs a branch and swings it around like a club, leaving no doubt about who's boss. It's fascinating to watch, but let's be honest, a little bit scary too. Seeing these powerful creatures get so aggressive is a real eye-opener into the world of chimp politics. But hey, at least they're getting some exercise, right? Imagine you're relaxing on a pristine beach, soaking up the sun and the sound of the waves. Suddenly, a creature straight out of a Jurassic Park nightmare bursts out of the trees and heads straight for you.
Oh my god, Dan, what do I do? Do I stop? Help me.
Our beachgoer, camera in hand, was initially filming a bird perched in the distance. But things took a turn when the cassowary spotted her. This giant flightless bird with a curious streak started lumbering towards her. As it got closer, she realized it was a cassowary, a creature known for its powerful legs and potentially aggressive nature. With the cassowary getting uncomfortably close and trying to snap at her camera, panic set in. She yelled for her boyfriend, who was scrambling to figure out how to distract the giant bird. Luckily, despite the initial scare, the cassowary didn't seem truly aggressive. It was probably just fascinated by the camera. Thankfully, the encounter ended without anyone getting hurt. This close call with a prehistoric-looking bird is definitely a story this beachgoer won't forget. And hey, at least she got some incredible and slightly terrifying footage out of it. Spotting something your mind can't make sense of is undeniably eerie, but being stalked by an unknown entity takes fear to a whole new level.
It's staring at me. It followed me home from the gifting rock. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I think I don't know what to do.
Terrifying, isn't it? A homeowner returning from a convenience store sensed an ominous presence, as if someone or something was watching him. Trusting his instincts, he aimed his flashlight towards the nearby woods and began recording. To his horror, he discovered 2 eyes glaring back at him from the darkness. These eyes, positioned at an unnervingly high level, bore into the camera with an intensity that sent chills down his spine. Confounded by the identity of this mysterious stalker, the homeowner shared the video online, sparking a flurry of speculation among viewers. Some suggested it might be a nightcrawler. Others proposed it could be a Bigfoot. But what truly terrifying was the possibility that it could be a rake. What are your thoughts on this chilling encounter? Hunters were out on their usual hunting trip in the African forest when they stumbled upon a truly bizarre creature that defies description. This isn't a scene from a fantasy movie. It's real footage captured by our African hunters. The creature before us was found by the hunters, and it is utterly strange and unsettling. It got a human-like face atop the body of a small koala, covered in hair. It's a sight that just doesn't seem right. In the video, the hybrid creature appears to be resting, perhaps even lifeless at first glance. But upon closer inspection, you can see subtle movements suggesting it's just asleep. Personally, anything with even a hint of human features sends shivers down my spine. Attention all Bigfoot enthusiasts, prepare to bolster your evidence and convince the skeptics that this legendary creature is indeed real. At first glance, it resembles a gorilla or an ape, but given that this was recorded in the Acadian forest of Canada, I'm sure that's not the case. This creature stands tall and possesses a humanoid posture, moving through the bushes in a distinctly human-like manner. The video was taken from a hidden spot, unbeknownst to the creature. However, a sudden noise from the hiker alerted the humanoid figure. Causing it to become agitated. In a chilling display, the creature began growling in a deeply unsettling voice, prompting the hiker to flee in fear. This creature perfectly fits the description of what many refer to as Bigfoot, adding yet another intriguing piece to the puzzle of its existence. Do you think this video? Now, we've got a clip straight from a remote African village, and let me tell you, it's downright unsettling. What you just witnessed isn't some extraterrestrial being dropped off by an alien ship. It's a Koshin mutant. This mutated pig's appearance is quite eerie, with a dog-like lower body and a humanoid head. The mutation has twisted its facial features, giving it a human-like nose, tongue, and eyes. It's especially unnerving to see its mouth hanging open with the tongue sticking out. At first glance, we might have all mistaken it for an alien, but it's actually a baby pig, unfortunately born with disabilities and mutations. Creatures like this mutant often have short lives, as their abnormalities make it difficult for them to survive. Even though this creature seems straight out of a nightmare, I hope it found ease of life after this video was taken, and that local authorities provided the care it needed. This video serves as a reminder of why it's crucial to always close your car doors, especially when you live near wooded areas. An unexpected guest hopped inside the car of a man, and he was too afraid to go open it directly, so he came up with a plan to open the door with a string. The strategy proves successful. With the door swinging open, the frantic bear makes a swift escape back into the woods. While the homeowner's decision to release the animal appears noble, the aftermath isn't quite as rosy. Driven by panic and the instinct to search for food, the trapped bear wreaked havoc on the car interior. This close encounter serves as a stark reminder. Leaving your car unlocked in areas frequented by wildlife can have unexpected consequences. The homeowner will likely think twice about leaving their car unsecured in the future. Imagine taking a stroll in your neighborhood after a rainy day, and suddenly you stumble upon this thing. Like me, your first thought might be to get rid of it as quick as possible, maybe by burning it or squishing it under your shoe. However, a closer look reveals a fascinating phenomenon in nature. This circular cluster is actually a group of black caterpillars engaged in a unique behavior called a rolling swarm. Each caterpillar moves at a slightly different pace. Those on top continuously climb over their neighbors, creating a conveyor belt effect. This means the ones in the second layer go twice as fast. But then, once they make it to the front, they have to slow down again as they make their way back to the bottom. With all this going on, it creates this ring-like shape. Even though it's somewhat natural, it still gives me the chills. Get ready for a journey back to World War right from the heart of a German army camp. In the footage you just witnessed, we see a German army camp where troops stumbled upon a truly bizarre and unsettling creature during a routine patrol. This creature gave off vibes of a humanoid mixed with a wolf, resembling something out of a werewolf tale. Towering in height, it boasted sharp, ferocious-looking teeth. The German soldiers were understandably puzzled and intrigued by their discovery, as captured in the video where they attempted to document the creature. Now, some skeptics might suggest that the footage was digitally manipulated, and we can't rule that out, but it still looks intriguing. If indeed genuine, this footage forces us to confront the possibility that creatures akin to werewolves may have roamed among us. They say you are what you eat, and after watching this video, I'm inclined to agree wholeheartedly. The snake featured in this footage isn't your typical porcupine snake. Those spikes covering its body tell a different story. In reality, the snake had engaged in a fierce battle with a porcupine, and the aftermath is quite evident. Despite emerging victorious and managing to devour the porcupine, the snake bears the consequences of its meal. Its entire body is now adorned with porcupine quills, causing it visible discomfort and pain as it moves sluggishly. The video was captured by a passerby who noticed the snake after their dog began barking at it. Already impaled by the porcupine's quills, the snake found itself further agitated by the dog's barking and movement. In a defensive response, the snake opened its mouth, revealing even more quills embedded inside. It seems the snake received instant karma for attempting to prey on a porcupine, and it's unlikely to pursue another creature for its meal anytime soon. Forest fires not only devastate trees and landscapes, but also leave a heart-wrenching impact on the creatures that call the forest home. The wombat appears burned and vulnerable, with patches of charred skin and its fur damaged. It seems disoriented, unsure of where to find food in this barren landscape. Wildfires are sadly common occurrences in Australia, claiming the lives of countless wild animals, including iconic species like kangaroos and koalas. And I'm sure we have all heard of the intensity of the fire that happened recently in Australia. This is its result. Witnessing these adorable creatures left homeless and hungry is truly heartbreaking. Fortunately, the biker who filmed this encounter came prepared, offering water to the distressed wombat before capturing the footage. Let's hope this resilient little creature eventually finds the nourishment and shelter it desperately needs during these challenging times. Curious about what my sleep paralysis demon goat looks like. This weird goat clip surfaced on Facebook, shared by a page called Anadoonline, sparking a wave of unease and fascination within the community. But fear not, this goat isn't some devil spawn or extraterrestrial being. It's actually a mutant goat from India. Surprisingly, this goat has garnered local celebrity status and is even worshipped in India due to its oddly human-like face. It's believed to have been born with a rare mutation called cyclopia, resulting in facial deformities. So why the worship? Well, in Hindu religion, goats hold significant importance and are considered holy. Hence, this goat with its human-like face is regarded as even more special. Despite its fame, this poor goat may struggle with everyday tasks like eating and breathing due to its mutation. Let's hope its life becomes easier as it grows older. Absolutely adore trail cameras because they capture moments like this that we couldn't possibly witness otherwise. Did something about this fox strike you as odd or out of place? If so, your instincts were spot on. This isn't your everyday fox. The Samson red fox is a rare mutant strain found in northwestern Europe. Unlike typical red foxes, they lack long guard hairs, giving them a somewhat hairless appearance. However, the fox in the video still has some hair on its body, making it a unique find. These foxes may appear a bit different, with sharper facial features and a slightly hunched posture, but their behavior and life functions remain similar to regular foxes. Every creature on this planet is unique, but perhaps none more so than the bizarre black goat born in Sultanpur, India. Its resemblance to ancient Greek mythology is uncanny. In this brief clip, you witnessed a goat born with a condition known as cyclopia, resulting in facial deformities. Instead of two distinct eyes, this goat's eyes are fused together, creating one large eye in the middle of its face. This striking feature gives the goat the appearance of a mythical creature from ancient tales. The farmers on whose farm this goat was born were left stunned and weirded by its unusual appearance. Even the owner, with a decade of experience as a goat farmer, admitted to never encountering anything like it before. While it's a natural occurrence, the sheer oddity of this baby goat has sparked various reactions, with some viewers even likening it to an alien creature. Adding to the intrigue, the goat's mother and older siblings are completely normal. Despite its unusual appearance, the owner assures that the goat is living a healthy and normal life, defying any concerns about its well-being. Have you ever heard of airborne snake deliveries? Believe it or not, this video shows an eagle performing a swift drop of a snake onto an unsuspecting onlooker. It's unclear if the eagle had a prior altercation with the onlooker, leading to a perceived act of revenge. Alternatively, perhaps the eagle was simply presenting an unusual gift in the form of the snake. After dropping the reptile, the eagle flies away. Surprisingly, the person receiving this unexpected package remains remarkably calm, even panning the camera to capture the confused snake wriggling on the ground. This encounter definitely adds a new twist to the idea of watching out for the birds. Now, who knows? Maybe we'll all need to be wary of raining snakes after seeing this. We all know frogs as calm creatures, simply sitting on lily pads and eating bugs. However, this clip will do a complete turnaround on your perception. Yep, frogs can be like this. This feisty frog has a whole snake in its mouth, and it's going in for the full swallow. The frog's stance is impressive, legs spread wide for stability. The snake? Not having a good time. It's wriggling like crazy to escape, but those froggy jaws are strong. Fun fact, most frogs are toothless. This means our determined amphibian friend is trying to gulp down the snake whole. No chewing involved. The close-up shot shows just how focused this frog is. It's not giving up that snack anytime soon. Maybe next time you see a frog in your yard, you'll think twice before shooing it away. If you hate bugs or insects, this video is not for you, so I recommend skipping it. In the video, a group of friends encounter a strange cave opening. Hesitant at first, one friend decides to enter. Inside, he disturbs a swarm of thousands of flying insects. These insects erupt in a frenzy, their vast numbers completely obscuring the man from sight. The swarm exits the cave in response to the disruption. Seeing the insects and feeling them on his body, the friend inside attempts to escape, but seeks refuge deeper in the cave due to the overwhelming presence. Initially confused about the insect's identity, my research revealed these cave swarmers to be sandflies, more common than you think and similar in appearance to mosquitoes. Sandflies are also bloodsuckers, but this concern likely paled in comparison to the immediate threat of the insects entering the friend's nose or ears, which could cause significant damage. This video adds another fear to my list of reasons to avoid venturing into caves. Mother Nature throws us curveballs every now and then, and this intriguing video is a prime example. It showcases a strange creature inching its way across a tree branch. At first glance, you might mistake it for a grasshopper, but a closer look reveals something entirely different. The creature's body resembles a tangle of thin bones, moving in a slow, laborious manner. Its grasshopper-like form takes an unusual turn with a strangely textured, hairless body. Long legs and prominent antennae complete its bizarre appearance. The internet is abuzz with speculation. Some viewers find an uncanny resemblance to the skeletal devil horses depicted in movies. Could this be a new species, an unknown life form, or perhaps even a visitor from beyond our world? Prepare to witness a scene that'll have you checking your own closets twice. The video opens on a seemingly ordinary room. The only point of interest is a large wardrobe, its dark presence dominating the frame. Each bang creaking the wardrobe door open a fraction further. As the knocking abruptly stops, the camera person understandably on edge. The wardrobe is completely empty. Unexplained phenomena, or a cleverly concealed trick? This eerie video ignites the age-old debate. Are we witnessing a genuine encounter with the paranormal or something more down to earth? My friends think skydiving is awesome, always trying to drag me along. But nope, this video is my ultimate proof of why I fear it. Many things can go wrong. The cameraman jumps to, capturing the terrifying scene behind him. The other plane, wingless, plummeting towards the ground. We also see a view from the diver jumping from the plane that just crashed into the other. From that view, we can see that after the plane collided, all the divers jumped off and scattered in the air. Thankfully, these were trained professionals. Each had a parachute, their only hope for a safe landing. Anyway, this is why I stick to the ground. We all know plants are alive, but have you ever seen one take a walk? A branch with leaves is moving and grooving. It scoots across the pavement like it has tiny feet. At first, you might think it's some sneaky leaf bugs in disguise. But zoom in closer, and it's clear. These are real leaves, firmly attached to the branch. The most puzzling part? Other leaves are scattered around, perfectly still. So what's making this one take a stroll? Is it magic? A mischievous wind spirit? The answer might be simpler. Wind could be playing tricks, pushing the branch in a way that makes it look like it's walking. But hey, that doesn't stop the mystery. Ever seen a bird that looks like it came straight out of hell? There's a weird video going crazy on TikTok. It shows a strange bird people are calling the opium bird. They say it's the first one ever seen in Antarctica. In the video, the bird looks totally out of place. It's big and covered in white fur, with a long beak and eyes that seem empty. The whole thing is just kinda creepy, and it just sits there. But hold on, this bird might not be all it seemed. The video actually has 3 clips showing different opium birds, and all of them have something red dripping from their beaks. Plus, the whole look of the bird seems a bit unreal. Turns out, this whole thing was a trick. The opium bird isn't real. It was created using special effects computers. So while the video might make you jump at first, there's no need to worry about a monster bird hanging out in Antarctica. Imagine you're looking out your window, and in the house across the street, you see this.
Tap it on the window out. There.
Yeah.
Top window.
Yeah.
This video from California has viewers on the edge of their seats. The clip, filmed by a neighbor, captures a sight straight out of a spooky movie. It shows what appears to be an empty house across the street. A strange humanoid shadow darts across an upstairs window in an unnaturally swift motion. The figure then vanishes, only to reappear moments later in a downstairs window, seemingly staring directly at the camera. Needless to say, this was a really scary and bizarre sight. However, this encounter has sparked a debate. Is it a genuine paranormal experience, or something more down to earth? While the video is unsettling, I believe it could be a clever prank. A cardboard cutout figure, strategically placed and moved between windows, could explain the swift movements and reappearance. On a sunny day, along the shores of New Jersey, beachgoers were in for an unexpected twist when they stumbled upon a mysterious sight. A vibrant blue button, bobbing along the waves and finally coming to rest on the sandy shore. The sudden appearance of this bizarre object left everyone scratching their heads in wonder and excitement. This wasn't your average beach trinket. This button was actually a living creature called a blue button, also known as a Portuguese man-o'-war's close relative, the by-the-wind sailor. Despite its cute, button-like appearance, the blue button packs a surprising punch. Its vibrant blue body is adorned with feather-like tentacles that deliver a mild sting, enough to make your hand feel a bit tingly and uncomfortable. While they might look like jellyfish at first glance, these fascinating creatures belong to a different group entirely. They're classified as hydrozoans, colonies of tiny predators related to true jellyfish. So next time you're strolling along the Jersey shore and spot a blue button bobbing in the waves, admire it from afar. These little buttons, while visually captivating, carry a hidden sting. We often perceive squirrels as cute and harmless creatures frolicking in our backyards, gathering acorns. However, have you ever witnessed their aggressive side? This video, recorded in Texas, captures a surprising encounter between a squirrel and a snake. The squirrel displays remarkable aggression, fearlessly confronting the snake. The confrontation unfolds as the squirrel charges at the snake with remarkable ferocity. The snake, in turn, attempts to defend itself, but the agile and quick movements of the squirrel make it challenging. The squirrel, using its sharp teeth, relentlessly bites the snake's body, showcasing an unexpected and rarely seen aggressive behavior. This unusual and intense interaction provides a new perspective on the tenacity of these seemingly harmless backyard creatures. I personally had no idea that a squirrel even had a chance against these predators, but this one appears to be even winning. Imagine a giant seal casually strolling down your street, demanding treats like a playful visitor. In this video from North America, a massive seal takes a leisurely crawl on the road, showcasing a playful and funny demeanor. Onlookers observe the spectacle, and at one point, the seal charges towards them, adding a touch of excitement before coming to a stop. The seal then treats the audience to a circus-like move, culminating in it laying flat on the ground. This wholesome video highlights the typically jolly nature of seals, known for their non-aggressive and playful behavior. Nevertheless, it's essential to exercise caution and resist the urge to approach or attempt to pet such massive creatures. While they may appear cute and friendly, it's crucial to remember that their behavior can change if they feel threatened or provoked. Living in India, watch out for the karate monkeys. In this video from a shop's security camera, the street scene unfolds with an elderly person strolling casually. Suddenly, a monkey appears on the scene, charging towards something. To everyone's surprise, it targets the old man directly. The monkey executes a strong, two-legged kick, sending the poor man tumbling to the ground. After the attack, displaying its natural agility and parkour skills, the monkey swiftly jumps onto a nearby car and makes a quick getaway. This unexpected encounter raises concerns, as the situation could have taken a more severe turn, especially if the elderly man had hit his head on something during the fall. If you're in India, it's crucial to stay vigilant and be cautious around these mischievous primates to avoid potential encounters like this one. This intriguing video comes from an African forest safari, where a tourist captures footage of a peculiar creature sitting inside a tree. At first glance, the creature appears similar to a baboon, but as the camera zooms in on its face, it reveals features unlike anything seen before. The creature possesses a strange and creepy humanoid hand, sitting upright and fixated on something. In the background, you can hear the voices of a large crowd that has gathered to witness this unusual sight. Suggesting that the creature might be hiding in the tree due to the attention. While some may speculate that it's a baboon, the unique and potentially damaged appearance of its face raises questions. I think that it could have faced confrontations with other baboons, which is common as they vie for territory. What are your thoughts on this strange creature sighting? An anonymous viewer sent me this image through email, saying that they found it online. No source added. They said they thought this is the best image they've seen of Bigfoot. I have to say that indeed this is the clearest image of Bigfoot. If it is indeed Bigfoot, or if it is indeed real and not some artificial intelligence image. The body covered in fur seems massive, although I am not sure how close to the camera it is, but the face leans more into a canine creature. I am not sure what to make of this. What do you think? And if any of you have any more interesting footage, send them to the email in the description. This video will send shivers down your spine. It captures the terrifying experience of a homeowner who woke up in the middle of the night feeling thirsty. But instead of a refreshing drink, he got a major scare. The video shows a 911 call made by the homeowner after spotting a strange figure outside his window.
Hi, yeah, and he's just like looking up at the window. He's been there for about 30 minutes now.
In the dead of night, a tall man, shrouded in a hoodie, stands motionless, staring intently into the house. The homeowner describes to 911 that he was being stalked for over 30 minutes by this unsettling figure. Imagine being in that situation. The homeowner's fear and confusion are completely understandable. Also, my mind is rushing with questions like, what does this person want? Why are they here in the middle of the night? Could they be dangerous? The time of night and the intensity of the stare make it undeniably creepy. This heart-stopping video, captured by a hiker's helmet camera, showcases the importance of staying alert on the trails. The footage takes us on a bumpy ride through a Canadian forest as the hiker enjoys the twists and turns of a narrow trail on his quad bike. But the thrill takes a sharp turn when he spots a large black bear resting right next to the track. The initial glance might have caused the hiker to brush it off, but a second look reveals the potential danger. Thankfully, the bear seems uninterested in a chase and remains calmly seated. Some viewers speculate that the bear, perhaps surprised by the fast-approaching quad bike, opted to let the moment pass. This close encounter serves as a crucial reminder for anyone venturing into bear country. Be alert and aware of your surroundings. So the next time you hit the hiking trails, add "look out for lurking bears" to your checklist. And remember, a healthy dose of caution can go a long way in ensuring a safe and enjoyable outdoor adventure. This video will leave you scratching your head and maybe a little queasy. It features a bizarre phenomenon captured at a Texas park after heavy flooding. The scene, hundreds of earthworms, clumped together in mysterious balls right in the middle of the road. Over 30 of these worm balls were found scattered across the pavement, leaving park staff and viewers utterly bewildered. But what caused this unusual behavior? Theories ran wild, with some suggesting paranormal activity or even aliens. Thankfully, Texas Parks and Wildlife offered a more down-to-earth explanation. Earthworms are usually underground dwellers, but during heavy rain, saturated soil can force them to the surface. To protect themselves from the elements and communicate with each other, they huddle together in these strange clusters. While the scientific explanation solves the mystery, it doesn't stop some viewers from finding these worm balls disturbing and disgusting. Calling all Bigfoot believers, this high-quality video from Canada has sparked a frenzy of speculation. Captured by a hiker on his trek through the woods, the footage shows what appears to be a large, bear-like creature resting in the distance. The initial glimpse might lead you to believe it's a bear, but upon closer inspection, things get interesting. The creature's massive size and thick black fur are evident, and the way its head seems seamlessly connected to its lower body, visible through the branches, adds to the mystery. The lack of a clear facial view fuels the debate. Some viewers suggest it could be a gorilla or ape species, but as we know, Canada isn't home to those primates. This naturally leads many to the thrilling possibility. The video is sure to ignite discussions among Bigfoot enthusiasts. But before jumping to conclusions, it's important to consider other possibilities. The blurry line between mystery and reality is what makes this video so captivating. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. This video will have you questioning your own eyes. This video, captured in the snowy woods of Russia, has sparked a heated debate on Reddit. In it, the camera isn't focused on the picturesque scenery, but rather on a strange figure lurking in the distance. A snow-covered shape, seemingly blending in with the frozen branches, appears to be staring directly at the camera. As the figure shifts slightly, details emerge. To me, it looks like a bizarre humanoid creature, covered in thick fur and encrusted with snow. A faint downward slope to its form even suggests a creepy smile. But is it really a mysterious being or something more mundane? There's a chance it could simply be a pile of frozen branches, cleverly camouflaged and swaying slightly in the breeze. However, the possibility of a cryptid sighting keeps the debate alive. What do you think? This video is a chilling reminder why they say Sunshine State with a shady side in Florida. The clip, captured from a car's dashboard camera, shows a seemingly ordinary scene. A driver approaching a flooded section of the road. The driver decides to test the water's depth by tossing out an empty water bottle. The water erupts in a frenzy as a large alligator lunges for the bottle, jaws snapping aggressively. This sneaky gator was lurking unseen beneath the surface, camouflaged perfectly by the murky water. The unsuspecting bottle triggered its hunting instincts, sending it into a surprising attack. After its failed attempt to snatch lunch, the gator disappears just as quickly, vanishing back into the depths. Florida's puddles can be more dangerous than they appear. These powerful predators might be lurking beneath the surface, waiting for an opportunity to strike. So next time you're in Florida, especially near water, proceed with caution. You never know what surprises might be waiting just out of sight. This video from Coronado Island has people buzzing about a real-life, unidentified flying object sighting.
I don't know how well you can see that. That's in the sky, above the ocean.
The clip shows a strange, otherworldly creature soaring through the sky in the distance. It's got a mysterious vibe, with lots of wiggling tentacles that kind of resemble a giant flying prawn. The way it flaps its tentacles to fly is truly fascinating to watch. Despite the distance, the creature seems pretty big. Now, some viewers are saying it's just fancy computer-generated imagery effects, but the way it moves and blends into the sky looks pretty real to me. Plus, who can deny the resemblance to those fantastical creatures from Pokemon? This video is definitely sparking some serious is it real or not debates. One thing's for sure, it'll leave you scratching your head and wondering what's really out there. Filmed in a village bordering an African forest, this clip captures a real-life encounter straight out of a fever dream nightmare. We see a villager desperately scrambling up a tree, pursued by a full-grown lion. Determined to reach its prey, launches itself at the tree trunk. With surprising agility, the lion rears up and places its massive paws on the bark, attempting to climb after the villager. Claws outstretched, it stretches its entire body in a terrifying display of power. Thankfully for the villager, the climb proves too difficult. Lions aren't exactly known for their tree climbing skills, and this particular tree doesn't offer the ideal branches for them. The video ends with the lion struggling, unable to reach its target. It's a close call for both the villager and the viewers left breathless by the encounter. One wrong move, and things could have turned disastrous. This spooky TikTok video has viewers wondering if a paranormal dance partner has merged. The clip features a girl attempting a viral dance trend, showcasing her moves with enthusiasm. Things take a chilling turn. A shadowy figure appears upstairs, peeking over the railing directly behind her. The girl lets out a gasp and sprints away, camera in hand. The source of her fright? A humanoid head with long flowing hair, but with one unsettling detail: no visible body. It appears to float eerily above the railing. Adding to the creep factor, the figure seems to be present even before the video starts, lurking in the background. Naturally, commenters are buzzing with theories. Some suggest it could be a dog, but the video description clarifies that the girl was home alone and pet-free. Could this be a ghostly prankster with a newfound love for TikTok challenges? While the answer remains a mystery, one thing's for sure: this video is sure to send shivers down your spine and make you think twice before recording your next TikTok dance move alone, at least until you check the background for any uninvited guests. The routine firsthand. This footage takes us on a journey as the sun sets and the coyotes emerge. We see them hunt, devour their prey, and even engage in playful wrestling matches, a heartwarming glimpse into their social side. They have a designated spot, like a hangout zone, where they bring their meals and relax with some much-needed grooming and friendly play. The video ends with a coyote stretching itself out in some impressive yoga-like poses. Who knew they were so flexible? Before this video, you might have thought of coyotes as simply predators threatening your pets, but this clip paints a whole new picture. We see them as simple creatures, leading chill lives and simply trying to survive in their natural habitat. So, the next time you hear a coyote howl at night, remember, there's a whole world of fascinating behavior happening under the cover of darkness. This video is a heartwarming reminder that motherly love knows no bounds, even in the animal kingdom. We see a mama raccoon patiently teaching her little one the essential skill of tree climbing. At first, mama tries to help by gently nudging the baby raccoon up the tree with her mouth. But those tiny paws just aren't quite there yet. Mama, seeing her baby struggling to climb, takes a moment to regroup on a nearby roof. She then glances at the person filming, almost as if asking for a helping hand. Undeterred, Mama gets back to work. This time, her little climber finds its grip, and with wobbly determination, starts inching its way up the tree. Each tiny step is a victory, and Mama watches with a surge of pride. This clip is a beautiful example of how wild mothers pass down essential skills to their young. This next video will leave you scratching your head and moosing with laughter. It takes place on a California farm, where a farmer is trying to capture a rather unusual scene: a cow on his roof. The farmer, clearly frustrated, narrates the video, explaining that despite all the care and feeding, his cows still manage to defy logic.
You feed them, you raise them, you send them to school, and they're still stupid!
His exasperated yell suggests this roof-loving bovine might be a repeat offender, but the cow was surprisingly, completely unfazed by its roof venture. It casually strolls across the rooftop like it's a grassy field, seemingly oblivious to the chaos it's causing. The video ends with the cow ambling towards the other side of the roof, leaving us with two burning questions. How on earth did it get up there? And more importantly, why? While the answers remain a mystery, one thing's for sure. This farmer might need to invest in some serious roof security, or maybe start a circus act featuring his high-flying cows. This spooky clip from Thailand has viewers wondering if they just witnessed a ghost. The video, captured by a street camera, shows a seemingly normal night scene. Cars zipping by on a dark road. But as one car's headlights illuminate the sidewalk, a chilling figure appears there. It's vaguely human-shaped, but with a strange smoky transparency. And the unsettling part, it moves. As this ghostly figure glides down the sidewalk, its form seems to shift and change. Then, just as quickly as it appeared, it vanishes into the night. The figure's see-through quality and vaguely womanly form definitely scream spirit to some viewers. Others might scoff and say it's just smoke from a nearby fire. But here's the thing. Campfires are usually a no-go near streets, and chimneys wouldn't explain the figure's movement. The way it drifts and changes shape is unlike anything smoke typically does. So what is it? Ghostly encounter caught on camera, or something else entirely? Ever walk along the beach and find a cool-looking star-shaped rock? Think again. This video from Crescent City Beach shows a woman holding a strange living creature that looks nothing from this world. At first glance, it looks like a pretty rock with a neat star pattern on its top. But wait until the woman flipped it over. The underside is covered in thousands of tiny wiggling legs. Not exactly what you'd expect from a rock.
It's alive. Can you see the little legs moving?
Don't worry, this isn't some kind of alien visitor. It's a real-life sea creature called sand dollar. While it might not be the most attractive critter, sand dollars are actually pretty fascinating. They come in shades of reddish brown to deep purple and have tiny hairs all over their bodies that help them move and eat. They even have a special opening on their underside that acts as their mouth. And here's another fact. Sand dollars don't have brains. Instead, they have a network of nerves that controls everything they do. They might not be brainiacs, but they manage to live for a good 8 to 10 years. So, next time you're strolling along the shoreline and spot a star-shaped rock, remember, it's a living, breathing sand dollar. This video shows a heart-pounding chase between a lizard and a hungry raccoon, with a surprising twist. A passerby captured the whole thing on camera. In the video, a raccoon is hot on the heels of a desperate lizard. Just as the raccoon lunges for the attack, the lizard pulls off a shocking move. It detaches its own tail. That's right, the lizard sacrifices its tail in a last-ditch escape attempt.
Get him! Oh, look at his tail! Oh no, he's going.
The raccoon, maybe a little confused, goes in for the kill anyway. There's some wrestling as the lizard tries to get away. Also, when the cameraman pans the camera towards the tail, the lizard's detached tail is still squirming around like crazy, even though it's no longer attached. This amazing trick is called caudal autotomy, and it's a superpower some lizards have. They can actually detach their tails to distract predators. In theory, the wiggling tail is supposed to keep the attacker busy, long enough for the lizard to escape. Unfortunately, for this little escape artist, the raccoon wasn't fooled. It stayed focused on its lunch, lizard, not tail. Maybe next time, little guy. Ever get that super annoying itch in the middle of your back you just can't reach? Well, spare a thought for this bear in a hilarious video captured by a trail camera. This furry friend seems to be suffering from a major itch attack. Right in the middle of its back, no less. And without handy opposable thumbs or super flexible shoulders, what's a bear to do? The answer? Improvise. This bear rears up on its hind legs like a giant, furry human and proceeds to rub itself against a nearby pole with the enthusiasm of a dog with a fire hydrant. Without those thumbs and flexible shoulders, they gotta get creative. Rubbing against trees, poles, or anything they can find is their way of dealing with those pesky itches. This video is nightmare fuel for anyone who hates bugs. 3 friends stumbled upon a gruesome sight. A dead locust lying on the ground. But the real horror awaited them as they took a closer look.
That was a zombie cricket,
That's crazy.
Dude. That thing was getting controlled by those parasites.
Like, after I stepped on it, it looked dead, right?
Eerie, tentacle-like things were writhing and emerging from the locust's body. Each wriggling appendage seemed to move independently, intertwining with the others in a truly unsettling display. The friends, understandably creeped out, decided to take action by burning the whole thing down, which in my eyes was a pretty good move. But what exactly were these strange tentacles? They are a parasite known as the horsehair worm. These slender, roundworm parasites live up to their name, resembling long horsehairs. They're about the width of dental floss and can grow several inches long. These creepy crawlies target insects like locusts, cockroaches, and beetles, taking up residence inside their unfortunate hosts. The worms then slowly consume their victims from the inside out. Once the insect dies, the horsehair worms emerge, leaving a horrifying scene like the one captured in the video. So the next time you see an insect, you might think twice about squishing it. This spooky video from Russia has some serious ghost story vibes. The clip, reportedly captured by a security guard, shows a scene straight out of a legend, the mall spirit.
Olha ela ali. Já é a segunda vez essa semana. Eu tive que filmar para mostrar.
This video was recorded at the closing time at the mall, and everything is shut down. But the security guard isn't alone just yet. On camera, he spots a figure mysteriously ascending the stairs of a mall. When he reaches the stairs, the figure is gone, vanished into thin air. Suddenly, the guard hears frantic footsteps behind him.
Ai meu Jesus! Ai! Ai! Ai meu Deus! Ai!
Now, is this video legit or a clever hoax? We don't know for sure, but one thing's for certain. The way the figure disappears and reappears is enough to send shivers down your spine, and the security guard's terrified reaction only adds to the mystery. Get ready for another dose of adorable wildness. This video captures the playful side of coyotes, proving they're not all about howling at the moon. In the distance, we see a coyote having a blast with a ball, just like a furry canine friend. This resourceful pup has discovered a treasure and is putting it to good use. The coyote playfully throws the ball off a cliff, watching with glee as it rolls down the hill, gaining speed. Then, it's off to the races. The coyote chases the bouncing ball with pure joy, reminding us that even wild animals love a good game of fetch. This playful behavior might come as a surprise. We often think of coyotes as cunning hunters. But this video, along with others showing them grooming and playing together, reveals a hidden side to these creatures. While it's tempting to imagine a pet coyote after seeing this cuteness, it's important to remember that these playful moments don't mean they can be domesticated. Coyotes are wild animals with instincts that help them survive in their natural environment. Taming them is extremely difficult, and while a few rare cases might exist, it's not something to attempt at home. That if you live near woods and hear strange screams for help at night, it's best to call the police because some person might be in trouble. However, that is not always the case. A homeowner recently uploaded a video on Facebook capturing the eerie noises emanating from the nearby woods. Intrigued, he ventured out to investigate further, only to discover that the voices sounded like a human yelling for help, but accompanied by unsettling growls. Some viewers suggested the possibility of skinwalkers, beings known for transforming into other living forms to deceive and lure unsuspecting individuals. It is also especially known that skinwalkers try to imitate voices. However, they are not very good at it. Just listen again. In such a situation, the best course of action is to call the police, allowing trained professionals to assess and handle the situation appropriately. Ever heard of the Michigan monster legend, the Dog Man? Well, if you haven't, this video is about to give you a glimpse of what it's like to have one in your area. The footage shows a street, and the guy eagerly zooms in on something in the distance. You can clearly see there's this dog-like creature jumping around in a really strange way. As the creature leaps, you can see its legs and arms, which look like a mix between a human and a dog. According to the guy recording, this creature appeared to be on the hunt in the neighborhood, making all kinds of scary sounds.
Fuck is that?
I used to think that dogmen were just myths, but after watching this video, I've got to admit, it's adding another thing to my to fear list. The video originates from an explorer who frequently delves into abandoned structures in forested areas. During one such exploration, he encountered an abandoned cottage-like house in the heart of the forest. Before entering, he recorded the surroundings of the house. However, upon reviewing the footage later, he made a chilling discovery, something peeking through the side windows of the house. The explorer initially missed this during the exploration, as it was concealed in the darkness. Upon freezing the frame and zooming in, it becomes apparent that the entity is a tall, humanoid creature. Unfortunately, the obscured appearance and lack of facial features make it challenging to discern more details. The eerie aspect is that this creature was present in an abandoned house deep within the dense forest. The motives of this mysterious creature remain unknown. Its presence raises questions about why it would choose to stay in such isolated and abandoned location. The unsettling nature of the discovery adds an element of mystery to the explorer's adventure. This intriguing video showcases a rare and captivating sight of a coyote and a badger traveling together. The footage begins with a coyote patiently waiting, and soon, a fat badger enters the frame. To everyone's surprise, they casually journey inside a drain pipe together, displaying a unique camaraderie. This behavior, documented in the San Francisco Bay Area, marks the first time such an alliance has been captured. Coyotes are typically seen as solitary and predatory creatures, making it uncommon for them to team up with an animal like a badger. Similarly, badgers are known for working exclusively with their own species. However, this badger has defied stereotypes. Now, there's a curiosity about what their collaborative hunting process looks like, adding an additional layer of fascination to this extraordinary wildlife encounter. A hiker was exploring the deep woods of Lucas, Canada, when he stumbled upon a truly strange and captivating sight. Deep within the forest, he spotted something big and dark in the distance, prompting him to start recording. At first glance, the creature in the video seemed like a large bear, but upon closer inspection, it became clear that it wasn't a bear at all. It was something entirely different. This mysterious creature boasted a thick coat of dark brown fur, giving it a massive and humanoid appearance. Its demeanor appeared rugged, and it seemed aware of the camera's presence. After a while, it nonchalantly walked away. Considering all these characteristics, it's reasonable to think that this creature resembles what many of us refer to as Bigfoot. Bigfoots are known to avoid being recorded or observed by people, choosing to reside in densely wooded areas. Moreover, to me, the video doesn't seem to be a hoax, as the creature's movements and appearance appeared far too natural to be fake. This video, from a famous haunted house explorer on YouTube, features a bone-chilling encounter that'll send shivers down your spine. The explorer, known for venturing into abandoned buildings and sharing his experiences, is seen navigating the dusty halls of a deserted house. As he explores each room, he narrates his discoveries, walking around and heading towards one of the rooms. But before he even reaches the door, it creaks open on its own. The explorer, understandably startled, lets out a yelp and scrambles back in fear.
And we'll take a look.
The camera captures not only his terrified reaction, but also the source of his fright. A truly creepy-looking prop doll inside the room. At first, I was sure is a human, but it becomes clear that it is just a prop. The doll's unsettling features, straight out of a horror movie nightmare, add another layer of chills to the scene. Now, was it a cleverly placed prank, a malfunction, or something more paranormal? The video leaves that to the viewer's imaginations. Security cameras offer a reassuring sense of safety and comfort at home. Yet, occasionally, they capture scenes that can leave us feeling unsettled. This clip from a homeowner's security camera shows a quiet nighttime scene, a driveway with a parked car. Suddenly, out of the darkness emerges a truly bizarre creature. Its hunched back, long, creepy legs, and overall appearance are unlike anything most viewers have ever seen. Some online commenters have compared it to a strange mix of a human baby and an ostrich chick, with a human-like upper body and long, lanky legs. The unexpected sighting is bound to raise questions. What is this creature? What were its intentions in casually strolling past the car? The lack of clear answers only adds to the unsettling nature of the video. Now, before we jump to fantastical conclusions, it's important to consider other possibilities. Grainy night vision footage can sometimes distort images. So are we seeing something mundane that is distorted? I am not sure. To me, that looks like a strange, bizarre humanoid creature crawling around. Do you agree? This video from New Mexico has people buzzing about aliens. The footage shows a strange creature chasing a couple of stray dogs. The dogs are clearly terrified, running for their lives at the sight of this thing. It has a weird body shape with a vaguely human upper body, but a wider, flared lower body. It also seems to hover slightly above the ground as it moves smoothly. No wonder the dogs are scared. To me, the video quality seems convincing, and I believe it can't be faked with computer-generated imagery because the dogs react so strongly. However, it's always good to be cautious about jumping to conclusions. There could be a more ordinary explanation, like a person in a costume or clever video editing. Real or fake, the video is sure to spark conversation. What do you think? Is this a case of alien curiosity or something else entirely? The vastness of the unknown never fails to capture the imagination, especially when it comes to the ocean. Scientists estimate we've only explored a mere 5% of its depths, leaving the remaining 95% shrouded in mystery. This captivating video, shared by a Navy sailor, offers a glimpse into those unexplored waters and the strange creatures that might lurk within. The footage showcases an encounter with the unknown. Their pale, hairless bodies move in an unsettlingly slow and deliberate manner. Whatever they may be, their appearance certainly isn't what one would call conventionally attractive. There's nothing quite like the heartwarming bond between a mother and her young. This adorable video from Canada showcases a mama raccoon's dedication to her little ones. We see the clever mama carrying one of her babies in her mouth, leading the way up a tree. The other cubs follow close behind, displaying surprising climbing experience for their size. It seems they've practiced this climb before. As the mama reaches the cozy nest nestled in the tree, the other curious cubs slowly but surely make their way up. But unfortunately, one little adventurer seems to be having a bit of trouble. The suspense builds as the cameraman cheers up for our little buddy. Thankfully, Mama comes to the rescue, nudging the struggling cub with a gentle paw. Soon, all the furry things are safely tucked away in their treetop haven. This next video claims to capture a possible Bigfoot sighting. A couple hiking the scenic trails captured this intriguing footage. While the wife, who was filming, didn't notice anything unusual recording at the time, her husband reacted to a sound coming from the woods. Later, reviewing the footage back home, they got the surprise of their lives. In the distance, amidst the trees, a dark figure is faintly visible. Completely black and seemingly covered in thick fur, the creature appears to stand tall with a humanoid upper body. Zooming in on a screenshot, some viewers point out 2 shades of black, suggesting a possible facial area. Many who've seen the video believe it could be Bigfoot. While the blurry footage leaves room for interpretation, it certainly adds fuel to the legend of this elusive creature. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. The Netherlands, known for its picturesque landscapes of canals, tulips, and windmills, might have a new unsettling claim to fame after this video. The footage, captured on a Dutch beach, shows something strange washed ashore. From a distance, it resembles a piece of driftwood, but as the camera zooms in, the true nature of the object becomes clear. This isn't driftwood. It's a long, slender creature with a large mouth and 2 small appendages near its head. It appears lifeless, motionless in the sand. Perhaps it succumbed to the dangers lurking beneath the waves. The creature's size is estimated to be around 5 to 6 meters, adding to the mystery. Its entire form evokes a sense of confusion and intrigue. Have you ever seen anything like this? Share your thoughts and help us unravel the mystery in the comments below. This video from Russia will have your heart racing. It shows a man being chased by a formidable foe, a large black bear. The man is in full sprint, desperately trying to outrun the powerful beast. The snow-covered ground adds to the danger, as a single slip could be disastrous. Onlookers in their cars honk their horns, hoping the noise will deter the bear, but it remains relentless. The chase leads them through the town, a dramatic scene unfolding on the streets. Finally, the man manages to outrun the bear, leaving it standing in the middle of the road. However, in an unfortunate twist, the bear is then clipped by an oncoming bus. Thankfully, the bear emerges from under the bus unharmed, and both the man and the animal walk away from this encounter unscathed. Talk about a scene straight out of a horror movie. This video from Africa shows what appears to be the undead. The footage opens with strange clawed paws protruding from the ground. The cameraman cautiously reaches out and touches them, and to his surprise, they wiggle. It becomes clear this creature is very much alive. Suddenly, the sleepy culprit pops out, which is an armadillo, looking a little startled and definitely not happy to be interrupted. The armadillo gives the camera a don't bother me look before promptly burrowing back underground, disappearing as quickly as it arrived. While the sight might be a little unusual, it's actually quite natural. Armadillos are known for digging burrows to protect themselves from the elements and predators. This one was simply catching some sleep in its comfy underground haven when it was unexpectedly woken up. So, next time you see a mysterious set of claws poking out of the ground, remember it might just be a grumpy armadillo catching some shut-eye. This next video from a fisherman on YouTube has the internet buzzing about a bizarre catch. The video shows the fisherman proudly displaying a truly strange creature in his hand. It appears to be a mashup of an octopus and a jellyfish. It had features like long, stringy tentacles, like an octopus, but with a body resembling a jellyfish with a weird, textured skin. The creature even moves in a similar way to an octopus. Adding to the oddity, the tentacles seem to sport small, spiky hairs. This unusual creature is definitely head-turning, but the real shocker is the fisherman, casually handling it with his bare hands. Considering the complete mystery surrounding this creature, if I was in the place of the fisherman, I would have been really concerned about potential dangers, like unknown toxins. This video from Russia will have you wondering if you're watching a wildlife documentary or a scene straight out of a comedy. The footage shows two campers perched high up in a tree, looking decidedly nervous. The culprit, a large bear casually lumbering towards their campsite. The bear, seemingly drawn by the aroma of their campfire cooking, investigates the area. Finding no tasty treats, it sets its sights on the camper's tree. Fortunately for the shaken campers, the bear quickly realizes its climbing skills aren't quite up to par and decides to explore other options. Next, the bear sets its sights on the camper's car. It nonchalantly opens an already open trunk and starts rummaging through their belongings, tossing things around like a furry toddler gone wild. But the video takes an even more unbelievable turn, as the bear somehow ends up behind the wheel of the car and, well, starts driving away.
Слышь, что за херня, а?
The campers, understandably bewildered, scramble down the tree and chase after their car stealing, joyriding bear friend. Now, while this video is certainly entertaining, it's important to remember that it's most likely staged. Bears, despite their intelligence, are not known for their driving skills. Forget the circus. The Wild Kingdom has its own amazing performers. This video, captured by a trail camera in a Canadian forest, shows a sight that seems straight out of a cartoon. In the footage, we see a skunk doing a perfect handstand right in front of the camera. This isn't just any amateur attempt. This skunk seems like a seasoned pro, even shaking its little legs in a mini dance. It's enough to make you wonder if your eyes are deceiving you. But as unbelievable as it may seem, there's actually a logical explanation. After some research, it turns out this is a spotted skunk, and their handstands are no laughing matter. They use them as a warning to potential threats. Like most skunks, spotted skunks have a powerful, unpleasant spray to deter predators. However, they also have this unique handstand move as an additional warning before they unleash their special weapon. So, this flashy performance wasn't just a random act. The skunk likely saw the camera's flash as a threat and was giving it a friendly, well, maybe not so friendly smelling warning to back off. This video captures the raw power of nature in a way that's both awe-inspiring and a little terrifying. It shows a massive waterspout forming off the coast of Brazil, as filmed by a homeowner on a nearby island. Despite the distance from which the video was captured, the sheer size of this waterspout is undeniable. It stretches towards the sky, its funnel clouds swirling rapidly. The wind noise picked up by the camera's microphone gives a sense of the incredible power at play. While these waterspouts can range in speed from near standstill to over 60 miles per hour, this one appears to be moving at a moderate pace, estimated around 15 to 16 miles per hour. Thankfully, the video shows the waterspout weakening as it approaches land, eventually dissipating before reaching the residential area. This is a crucial point, as these moisture-laden tornadoes can be incredibly destructive when they make landfall. This video from Thailand has the internet buzzing with speculation. It shows a camera crew gathered around a strange creature spotted in the water. As the camera zooms in, the initial impression might be that of a sloth struggling to stay afloat. However, a closer look reveals a creature with a distinctively different body shape. It has thick fur and what appears to be a long arm, but only the upper half is visible. The video, uploaded to Facebook, sparked comments, suggesting it could be an orangutan due to its resemblance to the primate when wet. However, orangutans are not typically found in Thailand, fueling the confusion. So, what is this creature? The limited view makes definitive identification a challenge. Ever heard of underwater gardens that move? This video from the Red Sea shows exactly that. But instead of swaying plants, we see a field of strange tentacle-like things emerging from the seabed. At first glance, they might appear like some bizarre form of undersea grass. However, these tentacles are actually a fascinating creature called the garden eel. From a distance, they do resemble a field of waving grass, swaying gently with the current. But get closer, and you'll see them abruptly retreat back into their burrows in the sand, like shy snakes slithering back into their hiding spots. Unlike most fish, garden eels spend most of their lives anchored in these burrows, venturing out only to feed on tiny zooplankton that drift by. They can also swim freely when they need to relocate, but these emerged moments are their most visible. Found in colonies of hundreds or even thousands, garden eels thrive in the Red Sea, from shallow waters near the surface to depths of around 180 feet. Now, while the idea of using a lawnmower underwater might sound tempting, it's important to remember that these creatures are a vital part of the ocean ecosystem. They play a role in the food chain and contribute to the overall health of the underwater world. This heartwarming video from a farm shows an unlikely friendship blossoming between a dog and a deer. The footage captures a curious scene: a dog relaxing on the ground, enjoying a unique grooming session. But the groomer isn't your typical pet groomer. It's a deer. The dog seems perfectly content, lying calmly as the deer meticulously cleans its fur. The deer, too, appears to be relishing its role as the unofficial groomer. While interspecies friendships might seem unusual, it's not unheard of for dogs and deer to exhibit friendly behavior towards each other. Both animals are known to be social creatures, and sometimes unexpected bonds can form. In this video, both the dog and the deer appear comfortable and relaxed, indicating a level of trust and acceptance. Get ready for a dose of Aussie wildlife in this video. It features a close encounter between a frill neck lizard and a brave or maybe slightly foolish cameraman. The video opens with a frill neck lizard displaying its impressive frill, a sign of aggressions. As the video progresses, things get interesting. The lizard chases the cameraman, who seems to be more amused than scared by the whole ordeal. The wide open mouth and extended frill of the lizard are certainly intimidating, but it's important to remember that these displays are primarily used for defense. While it might look like the lizard is attacking, it's more likely trying to scare off the perceived threat, which was the cameraman here. These creatures are believed to belong to the dragon family, also known as the dragon lizard. So, if you happen to encounter one and consider yourself a bit lucky, you can share the story with your kids about being chased by a dragon. This video, captured by an aquatic life researcher, showcases a truly unusual creature, a sea slug. This slug isn't your typical garden variety. Its body has a soft, almost jelly-like texture and appears translucent, allowing a glimpse of its internal organs, which resemble a web-like structure. It moves in a unique way, extending its gooey body to navigate its environment. While not large, its movement might be considered unsettling by some viewers, with its squishy body and elongated shape. I don't know about you guys, but I can see a slender internal structure for a worm being digested by the creature. As it propels itself forward, it grips onto rocks and other objects with its body. Now, while the appearance might not be everyone's cup of tea, It's important to remember that this creature plays a vital role in the marine ecosystem. So, next time you see a strange creature in a video, remember that even the most unusual organisms have their place in the natural world, and they often play fascinating and crucial roles in their ecosystem. This heartwarming video captured in Canada proves that love knows no bounds, even between species. In the video captured by a homeowner, we see a playful pup frolicking with a deer, both seemingly lost in their own world of fun. The dog, brimming with excitement, bounces around the deer, while the deer takes it all in stride, cool as a cucumber. It seems like the dog is showing its new friend the way home. The pup's excited barks might be a bit much for the deer. Who eventually notices a neighbor and decides to politely excuse itself. Who knew deer were cuddle champions? This unlikely friendship reminds us that animals from different worlds can form some of the most special bonds. After all, who can resist the heartwarming power of interspecies friendships? Remember those awesome Pokemon we dreamed of catching as kids? Well, this video from China brings those dreams to life. Check out this super strange lizard. It has not one, but two heads. Both heads can move and eat all by themselves, and they even have separate front claws. They share the same back half though, with two legs and one tail. It seems like they can get around and eat just fine, but watching them try to coordinate their front legs is hilarious. They keep getting tangled up. This little guy is like something straight out of a Pokemon battle. As cool as this is, there's a scientific reason for two heads. It's called polycephaly, a fancy way of saying genetic mutation. This happens when a developing embryo splits incompletely. While fascinating, it's usually not passed on because two-headed animals often have shorter lifespans and can't reproduce. This makes me a little sad for this cool lizard. Uploaded about 4 years ago, this clip still serves as stuff of nightmares for whoever watches it. Recorded by a security camera mounted on the front of the house to keep an eye on burglars or intruders. This clip recorded a terrifying thing. At first, nothing seems unusual, but then a figure appears to be coming towards the gate of the house. And as moments pass, we can see that the figure walks through the gate without even opening it. Many people on the internet blamed it on the camera being faulty, but if it was that, then how did he not open the gate before entering? The figure starts off as a weird silhouette of a man, and ends up as a normal human being walking towards the house. And that's what is most scary about this clip. No one in the house had ever seen this man before, even in their neighborhood, and according to them, they never saw anyone entering the house either. But then what was it? For me, the video looks quite genuine, but there's still a chance that it could be edited or a glitch. A man was filming a river in Payson Canyon when he heard noises in trees above the area that caught his attention. He turned his camera as he looked up, trying to catch whatever there was on camera, and that is when he caught the elusive creature on camera. A huge creature can be spotted behind the trees wandering in the woods. The walk looked almost human-like, but the physique did not. The creature looked more like a human than any animal, but a gigantic one, making the man realize it could be the infamous Bigfoot. The man captured the footage in the spring of 2015, but said he was unsure if he should show it to anyone, because he didn't want to sound crazy. However, he later found some courage and uploaded it on YouTube, causing mixed reactions from everyone who laid their eyes on it. As for the authenticity of the video, I leave it up to you, the viewer, to decide. Another Utah man who had the most terrifying experience of his life when he saw his life flashing in front of his eyes when a mountain lion decided to give this human a good chase. He was busy running down the trail when he heard something. As he tried to look for the sound, he saw a mountain lion, merely 15 to 20 feet away from him. And then for minutes straight, the man continues to back off, while the lion continuously tries to close the gap between itself and the human. Continuously talking to the lion, the man tries his best to let the lion know that he is not going to bug him or anything, and is trying to leave the place.
I'm going away. I'm going away. I'm going away. I'm not gonna promise I'm not gonna. Hey, I'm not gonna bug you. I'm going away. I'm not gonna bug you. I promise. I'm just going away.
And luckily, the lion somehow understood it, after some time halting its chase and going back to where it came from. This is one of those videos that makes me think twice before going on a forest hike. Uploaded on YouTube in 2020, this video looks like something straight out of a horror movie. In just a couple of seconds, it gives us a glimpse into how scary the world could be if we could see the ghosts with naked eyes. It was recorded by a security camera set up in the Garden of Ninfa in Italy, a place otherwise known as one of sublime romantic beauty. It is basically the ruins of a medieval town near Rome, and for now, a great sight for tourists. However, this clip just gives us a glimpse of its most terrifying side, as we spot a ghost crawling on the ground. It appeared to have no legs and disappeared into the bushes just seconds after appearing on the camera. It could be a genuine ghostly encounter, given that Italy as a whole has such a fierce history. Could it be a soldier's ghost reliving its struggling last moments? Humans have always been curious in nature, and untouched places where no one has been for years always spark a pinch of curiosity in us. The same thing happened to this man who saw an abandoned cabin in the middle of the woods and decided to explore it, and that too in the dead of the night. As darkness covered everything, the man moved in the unexplored territory with just his flashlight and camera on, unknown to the danger that was about to come his way. As he moves forward and goes into the cabin, a creepy cryptid appears on the camera, stunned by the sudden appearance of the human who had disturbed its peace. At first, it looked like a cardboard piece or something, but the glowing eyes and the way it slightly turned after spotting the man makes it look legit. The creature was small, had black skin, and two piercingly glowing eyes, giving it a look of a devil in the making. This was enough to freak the man out as he runs for his life. What exactly was that thing? A demon, a ghost, or something else? Uploaded on YouTube a couple of years ago by a man who claimed he had finally recorded a ghost in the cemetery, this clip shows us a weird shadow moving around behind a tombstone. For seconds straight, the shadow keeps moving around. However, the question here is, why exactly was the man there with a camera and a flashlight in the middle of a cemetery so late at night? And why did the ghost not come out of its hiding place and scare the man away? Was it even a real ghost? Or was it just a prank to fool everyone on the internet? This clip was recorded by a man who was running around in the woods when he started hearing weird sounds. According to him, it sounded like a human, so he decided to go and check who it was or if it was someone in need of help. In search of the origin of the voice, he got closer to a well that had been abandoned for hundreds of years and was famous for being haunted. As he got closer, his camera and his eyes both saw a creature in the depths of the well, looking straight at him. The creature of the well had a darkish appearance, with eyes that were glowing with blue light. The sight was so scary, it made the man run for his life, not even thinking twice about the voice he had heard before. Was it the creature that was making these sounds to lure the human nearby? Or was it someone who had fallen into the creature's trap before? I guess as the man ran away and never went back, we might never know. While a family was busy having dinner, the man noticed something weird happening on the camera screen they had in their house. He spotted something unusual on the street and went closer to have a better look. However, still not understanding what it was, the man even shared the video recording on YouTube and also to the mainstream media. The clip showed a weird smoky figure gliding on the street. According to the family, it was a ghost, but many people on YouTube had other opinions. However, even if we consider it as a faulty camera, we can still see the speed with which the figure was floating. It looks a bit too eerie even for a camera glitch. Camping in the woods can sound all fun, but it's only fun if nature and wildlife let you be there in peace, which of course was not the case for these campers. After a hectic day of trailing and having fun, the man was just trying to rest a bit in his camp, but he forgot to keep his legs inside too, and that's when a huge bear appeared on the scene. Intrigued by the smell of food and the presence of humans, the bear decided to investigate the area starting from the legs that were sticking out of a camp. After sniffing the feet for a few seconds, the bear bit one of them, straddling the man, which in turn startled the bear and it ran away. Thankfully, the bear had no ill intentions, and the camper turned out completely safe. However, this might not always be the case, as what we need to remember is that these are the apex predators. Interested in communicating with spirits? Simply ask them for a sign. This video captures a household that experienced unexplained movements in their kitchen, prompting an investigation. The person recording the scene challenges the entity responsible for the disturbances to provide a sign.
Yeah, just give us a sign, guys, cause...
As soon as the request is made, a cup containing pencils spontaneously falls off the counter. The sudden occurrence startles everyone, leading them to hastily retreat. The strangeness of the situation is accentuated by the fact that there was no one near the counter and no visible strings or mechanisms that could have been used to make the cup drop. It appears that the spirit causing the earlier disturbances responded to the household's call, offering them the sign they sought. Imagine that you're in a mobile home, surrounded by nature's wonders. But what if something unsettling happens? Is it still worth the adventure? In a video, a couple likely on a romantic getaway experienced an eerie encounter near their trailer. As they camped, strange sounds from outside caught their attention.
Did you see that thing? I wonder if the outside camera got it.
To add to the suspense, they had an outdoor camera. The footage revealed a mysterious creature moving through the woods. It wasn't the towering figure of Bigfoot. Instead, this humanoid was shorter with a compact body, yet its movements resembled the legendary creature. Terrified, the couple spent a sleepless night, only bolting from their campsite at the break of dawn. The creature, however, remained an enigma. A furry humanoid, the couple's decision to leave seems wise considering the unknown presence they witnessed that night. What could this creature possibly be? In a video shared by a seashell collector during a routine beachcombing adventure, something rare and peculiar was discovered. The collector, equipped with gripping tools, spotted an unusual object protruding from the sandy surface. With careful effort, he extracted the mysterious find, revealing a strange alien-like creature. To the collector's surprise, this creature had an unsettling lower side and a circular mouth surrounded by tentacles. Some viewers suggested it might be a trilobite, an extinct species of marine arthropods. However, trilobites are believed to have disappeared around 250 million years ago, making it highly improbable for the creature to be one of them. It could be something resembling a trilobite, or perhaps a prop designed to mimic it. Regardless, the discovery is both fascinating and a bit disconcerting, considering these creatures may be living hidden on beaches in such a peculiar manner. It seems like Bigfoot strikes again. In this video, a man is in the forest filming something unusual. It's fall because we can see the ground is covered with dry leaves. He spots a strange, black, hairy thing moving between the trees.
Where'd it go? It's part of it.
This creature walks on two legs, and it looks a bit like what some folks say Bigfoot looks like. The woods feel extra spooky with all the autumn leaves and the quiet around. The man tries to get a better shot of this mysterious creature, moving around a little and lowering his camera to see better. For a moment, he thinks he lost it. It seemed like it vanished. But then he realizes it's still there, just further away than before. All these encounters in the forest make me wonder how come the scientists did not acknowledge this creature's presence. I know Bigfoot could be out there, although I also need to be a bit skeptical about this video, as we don't get to see the creature clearly. During a night walk in the forest, a man captures something terrifying. The footage is not clear. It's blurry and shaky, which makes everything look even more mysterious and unsettling. As the camera moves, it catches a glimpse of something odd in the darkness behind the trees. This creature has a shape that's kind of like a person's, but it's clear that it's not human. Its appearance and the way it's hidden partially behind the trees give it a spooky vibe. It could be anything from a ghost to a ghoul, the kind of creature you hear about in scary stories. It's hard to make out details, but the very sight of it, even blurry, is enough to send a shiver down your spine. The video leaves me with more questions than answers, adding to the chilling mystery of the nighttime forest encounter. I wonder what else is lurking in the dark, and we don't know. But what I know for sure is that if I was that man, I would have run away as quickly as possible. The video showcases a rather unsettling scene within the drain of a very dirty sink. Peering into the dark pipes, we observe an odd creature residing there. It has a round body with a jelly-like texture, colored in a yellowish hue, and is equipped with numerous slender whip-like strands called flagella, which it uses to move around. Upon closer inspection, the creature resembles tubifex worms, a type of worm often found in sediment of lakes and rivers, and sometimes in the sludgy buildup of pipes. While their appearance might be startling or eerie, especially as they cluster together, these worms are actually quite common. They're known for their remarkable ability to tolerate low oxygen environments, often thriving in heavily polluted waters. An interesting aspect of tubifex worms is their red coloration, which is due to hemoglobin in their bodies. Similar to what's found in human blood, this hemoglobin allows them to live in low oxygen environments. And when they group together, they can appear as pulsating red masses that some might find reminiscent of flesh. I have never seen these worms in real life, but they are pretty interesting, and I have to let you know that these are a good fish bait. This video is taken by a security camera at a house's entrance. We see a kid playing on his phone, sitting close to the open front door. You can hear many voices in the background, showing that there are more people inside the house, so the kid isn't alone. During the video, something surprising happens. A big wildcat, which looks like it might be a mountain lion, walks into the house. The kid notices the animal, gets up from the sofa very calmly, walks out of the house, and then quietly shuts the door behind him. This leaves the big cat inside the house with his family. He does all this very smoothly and doesn't say anything to anyone. The whole situation is quite intense because it's not every day that a wild animal walks into a house like that. The kid's reaction is impressively calm, and I find it shocking how he let everyone in the family in there with the feline without saying a word. I know that yelling would have attracted the attention of the animal, and perhaps even scare it to a point he gets attacked. But I still think there was more to be done to also help those inside. What do you think? Engaged in some mountain climbing in a rocky mountainous area, a man witnessed a really scary situation. On the cliff beneath him, there's a cougar, a wild mountain lion. Suddenly, the cougar starts displaying some wild behavior, leaping energetically from one rock wall to another in the rugged terrain. What adds to the tension of the video is the presence of another man down there, close to where the cougar is displaying its agility. The man stays incredibly calm during the whole situation, and the whole encounter ends up with a happy ending, as the cougar left the place as fast as he came. The cougar's powerful and swift jumps from one spot to another, like a ping-pong ball, within such close proximity to a human, are both impressive and nerve-wracking to watch. I would have never been capable to stay this calm during such an encounter. Wild animals are very powerful, and you need to know how to behave around them. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. This video is captured by several security cameras installed inside a barn, which is home to sheep, goats, and baby goats, along with some guard dogs. The quiet of the night is suddenly interrupted by the sound of coyotes howling in the distance. The moment the dogs hear the howls, they spring into action, showcasing their instinctive protective behavior. Reacting swiftly to the coyote calls, the guard dogs leave the barn and position themselves at the entrance, barking loudly. Their strategic positioning is crucial. They stay close enough to the barn to ensure the safety of the farm animals inside, demonstrating their role as protectors. Their loud barking serves as a warning, which successfully stops the coyotes from howling and approaching closer. Although the immediate threat seems to subside with the cessation of the howls, the dogs remain on high alert, ready to defend throughout the rest of the night. I am impressed by the dogs' behavior and of their strategy of protecting the sheep. Animals are smarter than we think. This video captures an unusual scene involving a snake displaying atypical behavior. The snake has contorted its body into a spiral shape and is engaging in a peculiar activity where it rolls over from its belly to its back, repeating this action continuously and rapidly for several minutes. This rolling motion is not typical for snakes, which makes the footage particularly intriguing and suggests that the snake might be experiencing some sort of distress or neurological issue. The behavior is fascinating yet concerning, as it's unclear why the snake is acting this way, raising questions about its well-being. I have never seen this behavior in snakes, and I think that some vet should check that snake. A group of adventurers on a jungle expedition, accompanied by a guide, got to live some amazing moments. They are seated quietly on the forest floor, closely observing a group of gorillas in their natural habitat. In a surprising yet calm manner, it passes right between some of the individuals in the group, heading towards a tree to relieve itself. The group remains still, likely following the guide's instructions to avoid startling the animals. After a few seconds, another moment of awe occurs. A different gorilla, carrying her baby, gently makes her way through the group, passing between the seated people with ease and confidence. The experience is undoubtedly unforgettable for the participants, offering a rare and up-close glimpse into the lives of gorillas. Such encounters are extremely rare, and I think that the gorillas exhibited trust and curiosity in relation to humans. In this video, we see a woman engaged in a video call with her friend, casually chatting and catching up on each other's lives. She's at home alone, comfortably talking and unaware of her surroundings.
Like maybe a day bed or something. I mean, I have that credit card. I'm not going to buy anything expensive. I'll try like Salvation Army first.
However, unbeknownst to her, there's an unsettling presence in her living room. As she converses, a humanoid shape is seen moving in the background.
I went and bought decaf coffee.
The shape is indistinct, and its face is not visible, adding an eerie quality to the footage. The fact that the woman is supposed to be alone in the house makes the appearance of this figure all the more mysterious and unnerving. During the video, the woman eventually settles into a chair in the living room, and it seems as though the mysterious figure vanishes. There's no clear explanation for its presence. It could have been a trick of the light, a reflection, or perhaps something more supernatural, like a ghost. Whatever it was, if I were that woman, I would have freaked out and get out of the house immediately. This video showcases a fascinating and odd moment in nature, displaying a European mantis that is busy eating a wasp. Normally, we just see the mantis as the predator, but there's an unusual twist here. While the mantis is eating the wasp, there's another wasp at the lower part of the mantis's body, and it looks like this wasp is trying to eat the mantis. This scene presents a rare and intriguing interaction, where the usual roles of hunter and prey get mixed up. The whole scene is really strange in my opinion. How did the mantis not realize that it is being eaten up? From the captivating view of the front window of a train, this video is presenting an almost surreal scene. The train is traveling on a track with water on both sides, likely passing through a large lake or expansive body of water, and it's nighttime, which adds to the scene's intrigue. What makes the view particularly striking is the electrical storm occurring at the same time. There are frequent flashes of lightning, illuminating the surroundings dramatically. The combination of the train moving through this water-flanked path, the darkness of the night, and the intermittent light from the lightning gives the whole experience a mysterious, almost otherworldly feel. I find storms really scary in giving the whole setup. This train ride would have been a hell for me. Captured during daylight, this video shows something phenomenal.
I've seen some really creepy stuff, but nothing like this. There's a palm floating right in the middle of the air.
Hovering in the air, seemingly torn from its roots by strong winds, now causing it to float. Initially, the floating tree might give off a supernatural vibe, making it look like something out of the ordinary or magical.
Nothing like this. There's a palm floating right in the middle of the air,
creating a spectacle that is both astonishing and a clear testament to the power of natural forces. This video comes from a camera set up outside a tent in a camping area, and it captures a humorous moment at dusk. A cow wanders into the scene, and quite unexpectedly, it steps into a pair of shoes that were left outside the tent. Amusingly, the cow ends up fitting one shoe onto a front foot and the other onto a back foot, all while simply walking by. Instead of reacting or stopping, the cow carries on nonchalantly, now oddly sporting a human's shoes, one on its front foot and the other on its back. The scene is quite comical. The chances that a cow steals your shoes are low, but never zero. Shot underwater, this video showcases a diver encountering a massive anaconda in a river. The anaconda, several meters in length, is seen relaxing underwater, a sight that is both rare and fascinating. Witnessing such a large snake in its natural habitat, especially underwater, is not an everyday occurrence, and provides a unique glimpse into the life of one of the largest snakes in the world. The calmness of the anaconda and the close proximity of the diver make this video particularly intriguing and a remarkable viewing experience. The size of this snake amazes me, and I think that these videos are giving me the special occasion to see animals that otherwise I wouldn't even imagine. This video presents an intriguing scene, filmed from the viewpoint of a person who's feeding a camel an unexpected snack, a small round cactus. Surprisingly, the camel accepts the cactus and begins to consume it, offering viewers a unique look at its eating process. What makes the video particularly interesting is observing how the camel manages to swallow the cactus, especially since it lacks front teeth. We can see that the camel uses the back part of its mouth to chew and swallow the food. This detail provides insight into the camel's adaptive eating habits, demonstrating its ability to handle even tough, prickly plants like cacti. Camels can eat cactus with thorns because their mouth is lined with papillae, nodules that create a rough structure that helps them chew. It is the same tough fibrous protein that makes up hair, fingernails, snake scales. I find it interesting how animals adapt to the environment, and these videos show us how little we know about them. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. A group of guys found something terrifying inside an abandoned house during the night. They seemed to be on the hunt for something, possibly curious or intrigued by the house's history, or rumors that it might be haunted.
Cover my back, alright.
As they explore, their suspicions seem to be confirmed in a startling way. Suddenly, a humanoid shape appears, emerging from behind one of the doors. The possibility that it might be a ghost seems to fit the eerie setting and the house's abandoned, mysterious nature. The video's blurriness makes it hard to see any clear details, adding to the spooky and uncertain atmosphere of the encounter. The appearance of this figure triggers immediate fear in the group. Their reaction is instinctive. They start to run, hurrying down the stairs in an attempt to leave the house as quickly as possible. I don't know how these people are so brave to go check this kind of places. I am terrified only by the idea of a ghost. The video showcases a peculiar scene filmed in an open field, where two crocodiles are engaged in what appears to be a fight or a display of dominance. Each crocodile has its mouth wide open, with a part of the other's head gripped firmly in its jaws. The situation seems intense, yet the crocodiles are surprisingly calm in their actions. Instead of a rapid, aggressive encounter, the video captures them slowly rolling over together. This rolling movement is a part of crocodilian behavior, often seen in combat or during mating rituals. But what's unusual here is the serene pace of their interaction. There are no frantic movements or violent splashing, just a gradual rotation. This behavior seems strange, and I can't tell if the crocodiles are fighting or what are they doing. If you know anything about this type of behavior, let us know in the comments. The video captures a common yet charming aspect of feline behavior. It shows a cat waiting patiently outside the door of a house, holding something in its mouth. The cat appears eager to present this item to its owner, which is often interpreted as a gesture of gratitude or a gift, showcasing their natural hunting instincts. Upon closer inspection, it's evident that the cat has caught a mole, a creature known for causing trouble in gardens by damaging plants. The cat's intention seems to be to offer its catch to the humans, possibly as a way of contributing or showing affection. The moment the owner opens the door, the anticipation builds. However, there's a slight twist. The cat, perhaps a bit too eager or startled, accidentally drops the mole, which then seizes the opportunity to escape. The way that cats show gratitude to humans is an amazing proof how much they evolved. From the wild felines, they got to be our friends. The video offers a glimpse into the intriguing wildlife interactions on the African savanna. It features a baby rhino, exhibiting a sense of curiosity and playfulness as it tentatively approaches a wild beast. The rhino's behavior suggests it's looking for interaction, or perhaps an opportunity to play. A common trait in young animals exploring their environment. I find the way that wild animals interact very interesting. Their prudence in such harmless situations show that they are always on guard, and that no place in the savanna is safe. The video presents a captivating optical illusion that initially confuses the viewer. At first glance, it appears to show a black t-shirt flying through a light blue sky, which might be mistaken for a cloudy backdrop. The object even seems to leave traces behind it, similar to the trail of an airplane, enhancing the illusion that it's soaring through the sky. However, the reality of the scene is revealed through a simple yet effective trick, flipping the screen. When the perspective is inverted, it becomes clear that the supposed flying t-shirt is actually a duck swimming in a lake. The light blue background that resembled a sky is, in fact, the water of the lake, and what seemed like trails in the sky are ripples in the water created by the duck's movement. My mind was blown when I realized that what I thought to be a flying t-shirt appeared to be just a duck on a lake. This optical illusion cleverly plays with our perceptions, using the context and orientation to transform an ordinary scene into something entirely different. In this video, a man films the peak of a towering mountain. As he zooms in, the camera reveals a surprising sight atop the mountain, a large black figure, its size and shape evoking the image of the legendary Bigfoot. The figure's presence on the cloud, enshrouded peak, adds a layer of mystery and intrigue to the footage. The contrast between the distant lofty peak and the striking silhouette of the figure is striking. Watching this, one can't help but feel a sense of unease mixed with fascination. The possibility of such a creature like Bigfoot existing in such remote and inaccessible places stirs the imagination and curiosity. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.